Welcome back. Last time we talked to old Galvino here and recruited a certain mechanical murderer. Well, now though, it is time to go find our dwarven soul ancestor. Shh. On our way back, it seems we found a nice hidden cache. Someone's mysterious grimoire with some pretty advanced spells in here. That should prove useful. And who are you? Tarragar. You're a hunter with your wolf companion. Hello there. Always good to see more kith on the road. You can relax for the time being. Ingot here will let me know if any ogres come on us. Well, they shouldn't. I kind of have a truce with them. Ought to be heading down the mountain soon, but I've still got some supplies if you need anything. Maybe, but who are you? Name's Tarragar. I come up to Stalwart sometimes to trade. Nothing fancy like Iduran has. Just supplies, ingredients. Fair enough. What do you got? Some exceptional weapons, some tundra clothing. I think I need some camping supplies. All right, it was nice seeing you. I'm gonna keep. I could have exited the map there, but I wanted to see, uncover these hidden spots that we didn't get last time. Well, that's a bunch of deer. Gafal the Drunkard. Ooh, they're leaving soon. A local inebriate has wandered onto the stronghold grounds. He's asking for help with his accumulated debts. Why in the world would I help him with that? It's an elder stag. Wow, there's a lot of them there. Why does that feel like a part of a quest? Well, before we head back to Stalwart, I did want to check whether we can retrieve what's his name's trinket from the icy depths now that we have the devil. Yeah, devil. If you would, please. Yes, she approaches a hole carved on the frozen surface of the pond. Yes. All right. Why don't you dive in and search the bottom of the pond? Who will dive in? That's weird. Apparently, the devil here of Karok isn't an option. Huh. Ixtli's notebook contains underlined notes. They read, Notok Tlakatul formalities first, of course, and she'll come up. Kwalamika, she's a good girl and likes to hear it before she swims down. Zitlak Kuala, just make sure she likes the fish for a job well done. I don't think I had this notebook before. Well, formalities first, no talk. Moments after you utter the words, bubbles arise from the depths. A shadow appears under them, growing larger until the surface of the water breaks in a great splash. Oh. A scaly creature stares at you from the hole with bulging eyes and opens its mouth wide. Words form with difficulty between rows of sharp teeth. Ta. Kat. Right, the young Lagothoth, seemingly unafraid of your presence, tilts its head and continues to stare as if waiting for something. Well, it mentioned the fish or whatever. Let's do the second one that was listed. The Lagafoth cocks its grotesque head to the side, focusing on you with one eye. Its nostrils suddenly flare open. The creature inhales the cold air with a hissing sound before diving down to disappear under the water. Only the occasional bubble rising to the surface indicates that the Lagafoth still swims deep under the frozen pond. A long minute passes by. The cloudy water seems to stir, and a dark form grows under the hole. Oh hey, got me a treasure chest. A bulky shape emerges, spilling a wave of water under the ice, out onto the ice. It's a chest. Under it, hoisting it upward, the Lagafoth flashes rows of teeth in what might be a smile. The creature pushes the chest to the side and dives down again. The process repeats until several chests, all identical, lie next to the hole. Thank you for the treasure. You're a good Lagafoth, you know that? The Lagafoth breathes hard through the widened nostrils. It turns its head to you, or to the side to stare at you. A new smile seems to form, one of anticipation, and the Lagafoth follows it by opening its mouth in your direction. Ka, la. Let's go zitlak, koala. Its eyes bulge out of their sockets in excitement. With its mouth opened wide, the creature tries to repeat the words between quick glances at you. Ka, la, ka, la. That must be the Lagafoth word for fish. Feed some fish to the Lagafoth. You grab a good portion of your stashed fish and toss it into the creature's mouth. It snaps its jaws and then swallows it all in one gulp. It narrows its eyes in satisfaction and exhales a rancid breath. The Lagafoth cocks its head to the side. It bares its teeth, chunks of fish dangling before slipping down into the icy water. You switch your attention to the chests that lie about the cut on the ice. They bear Andra's symbols. You grab one of them and pry its lid open to reveal its content. Inside, all you see are rocks. Damn it. Why would you do that? You shake the surprise off and grab another chest. The same results greet you after opening it. More rocks and nothing of value. Something is assuredly amiss. As proof of your findings, you take one of the empty chests with you. Seriously. Why? Why would you fill a bunch of chests with rocks? All right. I don't know where I got those notes. I don't recall. But wonderful.
What is it?
Finally.
Didn't think I'd miss this place. Had that much right.
Andra's tides. Durance, you crack me up.
What?
There's no joke to be had, Amawa. Only the observations of a humble missionary.
Andra's
tell me the one about
tides.
Mogren again. I love that joke.
Simply because I have business with that whore does not mean I care to discuss it.
How do you make your face get so red?
Mana, have you met your match, Durance? Let's see. I suppose there's a few things we should turn in while we're here. You know, as we search for the soul that we're looking for. Akrun, I know where the gift bearers cast your heirlooms away. Did you find them? What of the medallion? The chests of offerings to Andra were empty. How? How is that possible? He scratches his bristly beard, murmuring to himself. Well, no, they weren't empty. They had rocks. A flash of understanding crosses his face. Someone took it. Who? Do you know? Well, the priests of Onder are actually thieves. They tricked you. The priests? Okrun spits the words out. Oh, stop. Don't worry. I'll take care of this. The dwarf snaps his head back. A resolute fury brims in his eyes. You have to understand, if you go in there, you'll die. I prefer you to live so that I can collect payment. They're a dangerous group. You'll squander the chance to surprise them. More tricks? No, I've done enough hiding around. The dwarf throws his shoulders back, puffing his chest, and strides toward the temple, muttering curses to himself. Ah, shoot. Should have gone with the resolve. Bastards. I'll show them. All right. Let's get in there. I thought this door was locked, actually. Dogs! Who you thought you'd trick me? Lofta looks at the dwarf in surprise, then immediately locks eyes with you. I expected you'd take longer to find out, but now you leave us no other choice. She quickly glances to both sides. Her companions spring into action. Wasting no time. Did I give you a new weapon? Devil of Karak? No, I have not. Shoot. Oh well. Alright, we're gonna interdict as Edir goes up to intercept. Why don't you go after the swordsman there? Zahua. And you too, actually. Please don't die, Okrun. Alright. And for you... I do have these left. Should I go to Minions of the Sleeper first? Yeah. Alright. Let's see. Why don't you give me a barbaric yell while you're at it? Okrut's totally gonna go down. Yeah. Silent scream them so that hopefully it'll paralyze this one. Edir, where are you? No, no, no. Get over there.
Well.
Yeah. Don't know why you can't go through there. What? Why are you going around the long way? That makes no sense. This gap right here is wide open. Alright, swift strikes, please. Let's also get a, could go pillar. Or, let's go shining beacon. And then give the burning pillar. That's a, oh no, that's the level 5 spell. All right. Why don't you get one of these? Okrun is actually still alive, surprisingly. Oh, Lofta's almost dead, though. Go after Lofta. Okrun, stay alive. Ooh, damn. Knocking Durance back. Oh, excellent, excellent. Okay. Yeah, get this one before Okrun screws himself. Good. Looks like we need healing over there. Gwyneth. Seems you have failed to get one of them on our side. Attack them instead. Get over there. Help out. Have you healed? Kinda. Second wind. Where are you? Super surprising Okrun is still alive. Oh, you're not doing anything. Shoot. Get over here. Good, 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 good. If he can, before he... Actually... Something healed him quite well. Oh, the second wind, yeah. Alright, give me that shining beacon. No, give me the pillar. I need to remember to change your combat specs. Good, or not so good, rather. Damn it, you don't have any wounds. And that's everybody. Basically. Oh, he went down. Good silent scream. There we go. Excellent. All right, Okrun. There. Here. Must be here. Okrun fixes attention on a large chest. He pries it open and stares inside. Huh. I guess it would make sense that they actually would keep the stuff close by. And the, dumping it in the pool was a distraction, a misdirection. He begins to search its contents, shuffling them around without care. Okrun rises slowly from the large container. He presses something against his chest. Between his hands, a silver medallion, encrusted with jewels, sparkling in the dim light. This is it. This was hers. You've done good here today, I swear. If I had a kingdom's treasure to give you in return. Whatever you can spare, I'll accept. Yes, of course. He nods and pulls a small bag out of the pocket. He extends it to you, his gaze never leaving the trinket in his other hand. He walks to the door, absorbed on the precious heirloom clenched in his hands, and steps outside. The stride of his short legs seems filled with confidence. Good job. Good luck, Okrun. Hopefully, this helps you in deal with your problems rather than trying to just forget them this time. All right, what do you guys got for us?
Right here.
Well, the keel might be to something useful. But,
What
yeah,
is
they didn't
it?
have anything special on them. I suppose all the stuff could sell for a decent amount, but...
As you wish.
Oh, counts as theft. I guess I just took that, whatever it was. Ah. Don't mind if I do. This is the armor that we could have warned him about. White crust armor. How is it? So 16, 16, 2020, 2020, 8. That's the same, of course. It's actually worth more, so it's probably better. Recovery speed minus 50%. Both of them are exceptional. But this one grants overwhelming wave and dancing bolt, but also -1 move speed. 30 to 40 crush damage. Stunned for 8 seconds. Nice. And it's an area of effect, too. Length 10 meters. Presumably everyone within 10 meters in front of you. And then dancing bolts. 10 to 25 shock damage. 3-meter radius. Presumably around you, but if you can actually control where it is, then all the better. Well, the movement speed is a shame, but damn if it doesn't look cool. All right, next up, let's go ahead and talk to Ista.
I hope you've had some luck, and do take care with that device. It has a few rather delicate components.
We did have some luck, actually. How would I lie to her? I didn't find any ore deposits, but I did find this. Wait, what did I find again?
What? So it works? What a day! But why these gems? I didn't think the device would be able to pick up inert Audra. Fascinating.
Yeah?
I have to study this further, but all the same, it worked! At last, a breakthrough! With that Audra to work from, I can refine the enchantments. We'll be digging up iron, gold, Audra, all of it!
Were you voiced before? That's surprising. You know, random quest NPC. They don't usually voice them. Yeah. Here you are.
This is going to change everything. Oh, and I won't leave you empty-handed, of course. Here, I had this set aside for supplies, but I don't think I'll be staying in Stalwart much longer.
Of course. Yeah, I could have kept it, of course, but no, I was hired for a job, and I'm gonna do the job.
I won't forget all you've done for me. They'll hear about this back home, I promise you. Who knows? Perhaps they'll name the next battery after you.
Yeah, I doubt that. My name... Well... We'll see. I was gonna say my name will be lost to history, but... If we actually take down the Leaden Key and stop the crisis, we actually probably will go down. All right. I think we have 1 or 2 more. All right. Vera, I also have some good news for you.
You look like you've been in the wilds. You see my wagon out there?
I did. I know you're smuggling Zvef, Vera. I found your goods.
You've saved my hide. I can't thank you enough. But I hope you'll take this.
Yeah. I do know you've been smuggling Zvef.
Shh. Keep it down, will you?
She looks from side to side.
Look, you seem forthright, but I couldn't just announce my business, could I? Even you've got to understand that.
That is... You had to know I was gonna find out what you were smuggling, though.
I'm just trying to get out of town before some ogre or fishman or starving snow-addled hunter sticks a blade in my gut. More important, I gotta make good on my deal with the supplier. Ain't someone I'm eager to disappoint.
Yeah, fair enough. Fine, but I went in on the deal. No, I don't want to stick my foot further into this. Unless you want Renan Guild to hear about your business. We could shake her down. But that won't help you peddle this poison. We're not really. We haven't been exceptionally do-gooders. Well, we've done some decent good. Fair enough. I'll take my reward then.
Here, as promised.
Thank you.
Thanks again. With a little luck, I'll trade these blizzards in for a sea breeze soon enough.
Oh? A place of great silence. Oh, this is the quest we did a long time ago. A while ago. Yeah. Kana traveled and inquired all over the eastern reach to track down the missing monks. One by one, the monks came across Kana's path in a variety of forms. Some kith, some beasts, some in unique forms. Having apparently forgotten why they had set out on their meditation, the monks engaged Kana in a protracted series of philosophical conversations. Well, good thing we sent Kana. He'd definitely enjoy this, I think. Ultimately, each monk traveled back through the mental labyrinths they had created, triggering a spontaneous realization and subsequent molting back into their original form. When they had all returned to their monastery, they presented Kana with a chime. Each monk had donated one of the chime's 12 bells to the final instrument. Oh, cool. The looking inward chime. Oh. Invisible, immune to engagement. Now, that isn't to say they can't be attacked, but it does mean they can't be attack of opportunity, I think. Oh wait, no, untargetable. Okay, no, so they can't be attacked. It breaks engagements for 6 seconds. It's only 6 seconds. 12 total uses. Probably doesn't regenerate. Still, though, that's a really nice ability. A good emergency button, that's for sure. Alright, let's go ahead and talk to the devil now.
Village was a touch livelier when I saw it last. Ain't saying much, though.
Yeah, I mean, didn't see it last that long ago. I suppose it has suffered some major ogre attacks since then. What do you remember about Stalwart?
Bitter cold and a persistent odor of fish. And that were just the people.
Well, I can definitely tell you it has not changed. Why did you want to come back anyway?
Anything's better than Galvino's workshop. You ain't heard the old buzzard sing.
You say that, but I also don't believe you.
Anyway, what about you? We seen lots coming through, trying to crack the battery, but no watchers.
Don't think I don't recognize you deflecting, but Stalwart needed my help. You know, I got word that I was needed and figured I'd make the detour. Got my eyes on the treasures in Durgan's battery. Well, I'd be lying if I said that that wasn't a major reason. But part of me also just really wants to discover the White Forge. That just sounds cool.
Then here's hoping you have better luck than all the poor sods that came before you.
Thank you, if you mean that.
But don't let me keep you from the sights and sounds of Stalwart. They're easy to miss.
She rests her hands on her hips and turns to look around. Hold on, though. The black marbles of her eyes scrape against their sockets as she looks at you. Yeah, Galvino said you murdered several people before he transferred you.
Effigy's eyes, that man loved to talk.
Her eyes roll in their sockets. Why? Well, tell me why you killed those people.
If it's sane and logical reasoning you're wanting, you're gonna be disappointed. Ain't no sense in any of it.
Huh. So you recognize that. So why did you do it then? You have me more curious now. I've heard parts of your story from others. I'd rather hear the rest from you. Something drove you to kill those people. It obviously matters. Yeah. A soft hissing voice comes from the bronze golem. You recognize it as a sigh.
Mayhap you've heard of Coldmorn. Was a quiet, forgettable patch of the woods.
I haven't.
Till a pack of rabid clodhoppers set it afire.
Ooh. Ah, so this was revenge? The fingers of one hand twitch and click against one another in a pair of sudden spastic motions.
That was the start of the purges. Dear Woodens killing their own.
You're upset. A sudden burst of heat flares from her seams as her essence surges and boils.
A farmer on the other side of the mountains woke up one day with his head all aflame and took it for the gibbering speech of his god.
Uh-oh. Wasn't Durrance?
And so did a few thousand of his countrymen. So when he tired of Vorlus fields and marched west, a horde of armed Hicks followed.
Ah, St. Widewind's War, yeah. Talking about Widewind and the Saints' War.
Bunch of fool nonsense is what I'm talking about. But others have called it the same.
Yeah. Fool nonsense is probably right. But fool nonsense that resulted in, well, many dead and including a literal god. You know, if what they all say is to be believed.
If you know that much, then you've heard of Coldmorn. Ours was the village that let a few thousand of Widewind's troops pass through.
Huh. That was probably smart. Though it sounds like they retaliated against you. Not Widewind, but the people fighting against them.
You were from Coldmorn? When I heard what happened out there after the war, I couldn't believe my ears.
I kind of can. People can be bad, can be awful.
Fine line between couldn't and wouldn't.
Why didn't you try to stop the Red Cairns? I mean, a few thousand soldiers versus a village? Well, you know how that's gonna go. Your Woodens aren't the forgetful sort. You must have known how that would end. Or must have known that wouldn't end well. I don't know. I guess he didn't have much choice.
Try telling a few hundred crazed dear Woodens. We got news of the raid Sarens coming through the mountains. Begged the Duke for help, we did.
But nope.
Didn't send us so much as a bare-ass novitiate. They went to towns with full coffers and lofty connections.
She crosses her arms over her plated chest.
So we let Widewind soldiers pass. Left him for the Duke to wrangle on his own terms.
Hear a soft clank as she flicks her wrist. Yeah. So Coldmorn was purged in retaliation.
Was after the Godhammer made a fine grit out of Widewind, when dear Woodens were running on rage and looking for something to burn.
I'm sorry.
They came at dark. Hundreds of folk. Every one of them mourning someone lost in the war.
A dry chuckle tickles in her throat.
Must have decided it was our duty to escort their dead back to the wheel.
I guess so. And I kind of understand your desire for revenge.
They didn't light their torches till they had us surrounded. Time we saw them, there was a ring of fire closing around us.
Oh, God. It's a horrible way to go.
I woke. Ran to the window. Whole village were a maze of flames. Couldn't see nothing for the smoke. And the screams.
Most ran for the streets. Got caught by the mob. Others hid. Let their houses burn down around them. Oof. I am sorry, that is terrible.
You're the only person in the Deerwood who thinks so. Me, I'm surprised the Duke didn't make our massacre a festival day.
Yeah. What did you do to survive?
Ran, fought, hid, burned. Same as my neighbors and family. Just luckier.
What does that have to do with your crimes now, though? I mean, I can guess, but
Hunting down the men and women what took part. Thought that much was clear.
it kind of was. But I wanted to hear you say it. You couldn't have hoped to get them all. But they only killed people who attacked... You couldn't have hoped to get them all.
Well, we just gotta do our best with what time the gods give us, don't we?
I suppose so. Were it only people... Was it only the people who attacked Cold Morn that you killed?
Sure. You want me to tell you straight? I found the men and women what destroyed my village, and I burned their houses down around them.
That is justice.
Sometimes they was alone, and sometimes they wasn't.
In its purest form, I suppose. Eye for an eye. I kind of am impressed. What exactly did you hope to accomplish?
It were a mob that destroyed our village, but it was just one man that burned my family's house.
And you wanted to find that one?
Kept hoping I'd get to him as I was working my way through the rest of those maggots. No matter now, I suppose.
Why, is he dead? You and Galvino had an unusual relationship. Yeah, switching up the topic here.
Only kind to have with someone like him. Or me.
Fair. You resent him. No other way to feel about the man who flayed my living soul. Oh, okay, yeah. But didn't he technically save your... Well, I was gonna say save your life. That's debatable about whether that's what he did. Saved your soul from returning to the wheel, though. How long have you two known each other?
Around about 13 years. Too long, you ask me.
Wow. Yeah. Especially with those crazy experiments he was doing trying to replicate you. He claimed he made you.
He'd spread butter on bread and claim he made something. Never been accused of modesty, that man.
So you're saying he didn't make you?
He managed to stuff my soul into this heap of bronze, true enough. Maybe that makes him a genius. Also makes him a son of a bitch.
Yeah, fair. Did you ever consider murdering him?
Every day. Just kept putting it off. It's not like either of us was going anywhere.
I suppose you have all the time in the world as a construct now. What exactly did you do for him?
Looked after his tools, cleaned the workshop, swung the sledgehammer. Oh, and snatched up travelers for his soul tinkering.
Right. Those other golems, you mean?
But don't you worry. They were all bad folk.
Thank you for telling me. Fine by me.
Just so you know, you got a real professional working for you.
Yeah, I do. I mean, you're definitely not lawful. But I also... After hearing your story, I'm less convinced that you are evil. If it's true that you only went, after the kinds of people who burned your village down, I'd put that chaotic neutral at worst. Possibly even chaotic good. Though, that one's a bit iffy. Somewhere between those two. Let's talk about something else. Why did you want to come with me?
Stalwart's great this time of year. Beareth spells in bloom for a good 5 days, and the mountain squall actually blows the fish stench away from town.
That would be lovely, actually.
Better than staying at Galvino's, anyway.
Fair enough. I get the feeling you're not welcome in Stalwart.
I got a reputation. People in these little villages ain't the most open-minded.
Did you murder someone here?
Not yet.
Right. I'm supposed to believe you came all the way to Stalwart 13 years ago for the scenery.
Believe what you want. I killed a lot of folk, but none of them was in Stalwart.
Right, but you came here looking to kill someone in Stalwart. You answered me pretty quickly.
Plenty. But nothing you need to know.
You'll tell me eventually. When we find whoever, it is that you are hoping to kill. What was your life like before the Saints' War?
There weren't much to say about it. By my reckoning, that means it was pretty good.
Yeah? I think I might agree with that.
Ma was a trapper, taught me to set snares and dress game. Dad was a tinker. I never had his patience, but it were fun to watch him work. My brothers and sister, they was good folk too. Part of me's glad they ain't here to see me now.
Oof. Yeah. Well, it sounds like you've done a pretty good job at avenging them. Perhaps a bit too good. About Durgan's battery.
Just 'cause I'm made of metal don't mean I got any special fondness for smiths and forges.
I didn't expect so. Do you know anything about it, though? No more than what Galvino already told you. Any thoughts on which villagers I should check? For fancy dwarven poetry? None of them ever struck me as especially literate. So, whichever you can stand to get close to. She shrugs with the rattling of metal.
And that's on you. I lost my sense of smell 13 years ago.
Right. Do you remember any of the other expeditions that came to Galvino's?
Nothing specific. Everyone looks about the same when they got their fingers up their noses.
You being literal? She pauses thoughtfully, then her head snaps forward in a tiny, quick moment of realization. Only the last group, one before you, there was something different about them. Lead and key?
Couldn't put my finger on it, but they was dangerous. Almost felt the hair on the back of my neck. Ain't felt that way about anyone else walking through Galvino's door, that's for sure.
Right.
Murder, tracking, and the best materials for kindling. Those are more my area of expertise.
Well, thank you for talking to me. I do appreciate it. All right. I guess we should search for them. Also, kind of need to rest. He'll probably be named the one we're after.
Back to warm your hands, eh? What can I do for you?
All right. The innkeep. Heferek. You see a room, dark and damp. A cellar. Looks like part of the inn rather than an old fortress. Through his eyes, you admire his rows of gleaming bottles, recently dusted and polished. As you step back from the shelves, you look on with satisfaction at a pressure plate concealed in the stone floor. I assume that's the alcohol the one guy wanted me to steal. You got the look of someone with her teeth around a secret. Her cold fingers are locked around your arm. Her black eyes search you. He could say that.
I wouldn't call it a secret. It's more like a mysterious thing he doesn't like to talk about.
What? Talking about me, Gwyneth?
You all right? I won't serve you if you're already drunk, you know.
No, it's fine. Hello, Tian. I'd like to read your soul really quickly. For a brief moment, your senses are overwhelmed. There are fumbling hands at your belt, and your own low laughter in your ears. Uh-oh. Seems we've, wandered into a very dirty memory. Your shoulder is jammed up against the cabinet, and it rattles every time, Beardwin leans down to kiss you. There's a sedate pleasure to the memory, but nothing in it has much to do with the battery. Well, enjoy your life, Tien. And how about you two? Oh, there's Bertwin. Seems you and the person downstairs have something going on. The whiff of salt and brine is in your nostrils before the room has even faded. The ground heaves beneath your feet, and a spray of ocean water roars over the railing as the ship heels under the wind. The ship shudders violently, and you are thrown against the railing. In that moment, you find your gaze pulled to the pitching surface of the dark sea, and see there an eye, broad as a shield, gazing back at you in turn. Frickin' yikes. Fear and fascination sweep through your mind, even as your senses recede and the memory fades. Alright, how about Andred? A handful of memories dart across your mind like startled fish, leaving indistinct images and sounds in their wake. For a moment, you are overwhelmed, till one particular recollection tugs at your senses with stubborn force. You, or Andred, or both, kneel on a stone floor, held between two men. The men facing in front of you wear the armor of a crucible knight. You feel Andred's half-hearted contempt for him, as if it were your own. So you got in trouble with the Crucible Knights at some point. Interesting. You feel Andred's triumph, too, when the knight comes just close enough for you to spit blood onto his boots. Nice. The memory slips away from you, and you find yourself back in your own shoes. Wait, one more named person here?
Thanks again. I'll be gone just as soon as the weather clears.
Or not. Rayfold, how about you?
If you weren't gonna fetch the liquor for me, you didn't have to tell Havrick about it. Now he's banned me from the inn altogether.
Hey? What did you, think was gonna happen? If you had successfully stolen the liquor. That's too bad. Sorry, I figured it'd keep you out of trouble.
Out of trouble? It was only a drink. Now I get to die sober when the ogres come back.
What? No.
Right, fair enough. What do you want?
The ogres aren't gonna come back. I already talked to them about that. Let me read your soul. The snowy paths peel away, and the brisk air gives way to the acrid stench of smoke. A dark cloud billows up from the remnants of a burning house, the far edge of a rocky field. You are low to the ground, held in place, and above you the wind tugs embers back and forth like firebugs.
Not so brave now, are you?
What now? The vision in your left eye is clouded, such that the figure standing over you is a collection of rough smears of black, cast in a silhouette by the fire. A dark shape swings towards your face, and the subsequent burst of agony jars you out of the memory and back into your own skin. Freaking, what the hell?
What? Did I spill something on myself?
The hell
First,
did
your
I
neighbors
just
hound
see?
you because you say the wrong prayers at supper time.
Okay.
If it wasn't that, it'd be something else. Just their way of letting you know they care.
Then some cross-eyed lord gets to stringing up your neighbors.
Yeah.
A couple of them were ones that had been hounding me, so that worked out at least.
She's always looking on the bright side. No follow on. All right.
As you wish.
How about you, Tealdor? Oh, yeah. They're dead. Mesla. He grins. Kinda ironic, isn't it? She went around killing people for Bareth, and in the end, that's what... Oh, never mind. Just take the bounty. Thank you very much. Oh, did it? Got a couple of levels. Nice. I guess I can't read your soul.
Didn't think there was anything more than lice and hoarfrost to these folk, but you had a look back there.
What, when I... Oh. The guy got punched out of his soul reading? Yeah.
What do you find when you're rooting around like that?
The fabric of a soul. Yeah. That is basically it. Lice and hoarfrost, mostly.
Yeah? And I'll bet you could do the same to anyone in this village. Easy as looking at him.
Yes. Yes, I could. You seem... First, tell me the real reason you wanted to follow me to Stalwart. I have an idea. I imagine the person who you wanted most of all probably, came here for one reason or another.
Mayhap I'm looking for someone. Woodcutter by the name of Harmka.
This doesn't have anything to do with Coldmorn, does it?
It sure does.
I have no problems helping you exact revenge against, person and or people who burned your family to the ground.
He was one of them. The mob that destroyed Cold Morn.
Is he not only one of them, but the one?
I tracked him to Stalwart years ago, but got caught before I could finish my business.
Right. Sounds like there's more to it. This one's personal for you.
This man, Harmka. I saw him outside my house the night it burned, staring into the flames the way I seen you stare into souls.
Well, sounds like you would like to, enlist my services.
I knew it were a fool's errand trying to hunt down every man and woman that carried a torch into Cold Morn. But
No, I understand. This one in particular.
if I knew I got the one responsible for my kin and my hearth, I could rest easy.
How can you be so sure about this Harmka fellow?
I took a good long look that night. Ours was a little place with a yellow door right on the edge of town. He was there.
Suppose if I look into their mind, or into their soul, I could probably tell if they were the actual one who did it.
Besides, I asked around when I first got to Stalwart. Townsfolk said that all the woodcutters in town took part in the purge.
Oh. Well, let them all rot.
Point of pride for them.
Jeez. Ugh. Well, what would you like me to do? If all of them took part in that kind of purge and are proud of it, you do what you gotta do. I'll look the other way.
I told you he was part of the mob. I spotted him watching my house when it burned. But when we find him, I want to know if he's the one responsible for my home, my parents, and my brothers and sister.
Well, I'd be happy to tell you.
I never thought I'd have the chance to know for sure. But you could look into his soul and find out. You being a watcher and all.
I will absolutely do what I can.
Mighty fine of you. Mighty fine indeed. Don't know where he dallies these days, but someone in Stalwart could tell us. People from little villages, they always know.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen any woodcutters, but... Well, interesting little task we have there. Ooh, death blows. Inflicted by 2 or more conditions that allow sneak attack. I mean, flanking can obviously be one of them. I forget what the others are. Still, and basically doubles the damage. That is fantastic. Yeah, we're going death blows, I think. Okay, blinded, flanked, hobbled, paralyzed, petrified, prone, stuck, stunned, or weakened. As well as when any target is struck within 2 seconds of combat starting. Oh, and yeah, flanked. Okay. Well, we often like to blind them or hobble them or paralyze them or really any of these. So that's good. Nice. Should be that plus flanking. Should make him more than easy enough to get the extra good sneak attacks. Oh, wow. There's no limit to this. Well, I guess 10 wounds is the max. 10 damage reduction from his wounds on top of what he already has. That's kind of really nice. That puts him on the order of like full plate or something. I was thinking about the long pain would have been really nice, but that one, oof, that is nice. Really up his survivability. Yeah, I can't help but go for the iron wheel there. That is too good. Yeah, that puts him at 21 DR, which is very, well, once he gets to 10 wounds, which is more than freaking Edir here. Well, actually, no, his slash and pierce is even better. Fair enough. A new spell mastery. Ooh. Which one? Dazed would be nice. That's one of the conditions for sneak attack. Not to mention, just this is generally good condition. We're going instilled out. Nice. Ooh. Bloodthirst. After killing an enemy, a recovery is waived, allowing immediate attack. That could be nice. Not sure how many of the enemies she actually gets the killing blow on, but still. Cannot be engaged by enemies more than 1 level below herself. That's also kind of nice. Well, that's assuming we run into enemies that are lower than us in level. I'm not really positive on that. Not on the difficulty we're on. Ooh. So Heart of Fairy basically attacks everyone around her within 2 meters with a full attack. And then plus 25% damage for 1.2 seconds if she hits, it seems. Nice. That could be really good. Bloodlust would be nice, but I just can't guarantee she'll down 2 enemies herself. This must be an upgrade to her Barbaric Yell. No, this one's only twice per rest. Not encounter like her other one. That's less good. I think I like Heart of Fury. Yeah. Okay, new fighter abilities. Vigorous Defense. Once per encounter, plus 20 defenses, all for 15 seconds. It is nice that's once per encounter, not per rest. Let's see if there's anything better, though. minus 20% armor speed penalty. That is nice, but he's a tank, so his speed penalty is not a huge deal. Ooh, so with unbending, 50% of the damage taken converted to healing over time for 15 seconds. 3 per rest. Obviously, it's not going to actually heal you. Not fully. But it is effective damage reduction. Significant amount at that. Granted, it's only 15 seconds and only 3 times per rest, so. Confident aims, actually. Quite reasonable. Quite good. It's only for grazes. Still. And the plus 20% minimum damage is extra nice as well. Ooh, into the fray. Twice per encounter. A really nice initial move to sort of, it's effectively a taunt. Unbroken. Forever against an enemy that's doing a lot of damage. Oof. Basically giving him a second chance. Once per encounter of that. I'm guessing it either automatically triggers once your endurance is below 1%. Or if he goes down, it gives you the option of using it. Ooh. 50% of damage taken redirected to caster as raw damage. It's only a 2-meter range, but oh my. He has, because he doesn't take a lot of damage by himself in most encounters, but like the monk and Manaha sometimes do. I think I like that modal ability. And last but not least, Gwyneth. Her first level 6, I believe. Disintegration. Burns away the ethereal sinew that holds together the mind, body, and soul of the target enemy, causing it to rapidly take raw damage. Targets that have their endurance reduced to 0 disintegrate into non-existence. Right. Now, does this game have the risk of you disintegrating their equipment too? 320 raw damage. Yikes. Over 21 seconds. Only a plus 10 though. Amplified Wave has a really nice radius. 6 meters. That is quite wide-reaching. And it's an ally target, much like the shocking one. Ooh. Mind Plague. Kinda tempting, but no, I like these two better. Disintegration and Amplified Wave. One for extremely powerful enemies. One for, large groups that you just need to flatten. All right, then. Well, next time we will continue our search for the soul. I guess there's 2 souls we're looking for now. Until then.